Okay. Hi guys, how are you? My name is Nia. Welcome to the Nia Log. So today, given that we're in a pandemic, I really want to address COVID-19. I mean, me and COVID-19 aren't friends, so I don't know his address. That's a joke. Anyway, so um, it's December in 2020, and 2020 has been a different year. And we're in lockdown, we're out of lockdown, now we're back in lockdown. And COVID is back, bigger, badder than ever. And I know some of you might not necessarily take it seriously, or you may not have, you may not be familiar with anyone who was directly impacted by COVID-19. So I thought it would be helpful to come as somebody who has tested positive for COVID-19. I thought it would be helpful to come tell you my experience, and I hope that this would help you guys be more careful with your health and safety and the safety of the people around you. So, COVID-19. First of all, just because you don't have the symptoms, you're not coughing, you're not sneezing, you don't have the basic symptoms, doesn't necessarily mean that you do not have COVID-19. For me personally, I just had a headache and my eyes hurt. I work where I work. We have a lot of old computers, and I was also going to school at the time. So just having that, I just thought it was just a stress of me looking at computers too long. But it was COVID. That day, I was so tired. It got so bad that I left work early. And then I told my boss, and he was like, just take the test. Just take the test just to make sure that there's nothing wrong. So I went there. Even when I got there, the people were telling me, hey, how you feeling? Blah, blah. I'm like, I'm okay. I don't think it is, but I'll just go ahead and take it. And what really struck me, again, which is why I say if you're not feeling well at all, just even with anything, just try to take a test, please. One of the technicians, he just said, people literally come up here for the most randomest thing, like a headache or, diarrhea. And they would take the test and turn out to be positive. It's not just cold and flu symptoms. So when I took my test on Wednesday, on a Thursday, and then I got the results back on a Saturday, and boom, COVID-19, tested positive. And honestly, before I even got the result back, I knew something was wrong besides having an eye ache, because that exact night I had a fever that was so bad. I was sweating. It was just bad. Like my boyfriend at the time was like, yeah, something was wrong. So shout out to him, by the way, for taking care of me during that time. So just that was my initial experience. So even if you don't think you have it, or you just feel like something is wrong, just take a test. Now, let's get to the nitty gritty. What does it feel like having COVID-19? First, I'll tell you guys about the symptoms that I had, the symptoms that me, Leah, had. Well, fever, of course, like I just explained, was one of the symptoms. I also had a headache. But one of the biggest one for me was shortness of breath. And when they say shortness of breath, it's not just, like it wasn't like like the type of shortness of breath you would get when you have a cold. It's kind of like, imagine being on like a mountain with thin air, and you're trying to breathe as much air as possible, but you just can't breathe it in. That's what that felt like. So at the time, I would just randomly have these not episodes, but randomly have moments where I can't breathe fully. And then the harder that it became painful to breathe, like my nose was hurting every time I took a breath, and then it hurt so bad It's like I had a headache, but in my nose. And then that spread up to behind my eyes, which spread up to my ears. And then I'm just sitting there for a moment, just like, yeah. And so that got really bad at some point. Like I would just literally be scared to breathe. Um, so that was that. Another one was like the headaches. Like I just mentioned, sometimes it transitioned from like not being able to breathe properly into eye aches and earache and headaches, but just not. Sometimes I had random headaches and I would just be there not understanding what was going on. Another thing, another COVID symptom, sneezes. I had sneezes right before the fever, a little bit afterwards. I was sneezing and all that. Of course, um, and then the biggest, weirdest one that lasted the longest was lack of sense of smell. I could not smell anything. And then even when I was eating, I can't really taste the richness, my favorite foods. I can't eat them. The Chick-fil-A spicy sandwich, chicken sandwich, I couldn't enjoy it. It was sad. But yeah, I couldn't really eat. I mean, I ate. Even when I ate, I barely ate. I just ate a lot of soup. So how long was I in quarantine for at that time? I was in quarantine for a total, I want to say 3 to 4 weeks. I was home for at least a month. So I tested positive for COVID late late July, early August, around that time. And I was home for the entire month of August into September. Um, this fever for me lasted for 1 day. The headaches was throughout my quarantine period, the eye aches, and that breathing thing that was throughout my quarantine period. But towards the ending, it got much, 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 much better. Sneezing early, pre even testing, and then first week into second week, I was sneezing a lot. Um, Lack of sense of smell that lasted. Lack of sense of smell lasted. Lack of scent lasted all the way till um, even after I started going out and about, I still couldn't smell anything really, which was very irritating. But yeah, I couldn't really smell. It lasted all the way to like the third week of September ending. So that was really, really bad. Treatments. I think because my case in particular wasn't in the extreme cases, they basically just told me to stay at home. I had my doctor, a virtual doctor visit every week, and then they told me my condition. I explained what I was experiencing to them, and they constantly giving me positive reassurances. So other than that, I also took yeah, I took any medicine. I also took like this medicine. I don't know. If I remember it, I'll just, if when I find it, I'll just put it somewhere in the video so you guys can see it. But I'm not, by no means am I saying this is a cure for COVID, but it helps me a little bit, and I noticed some of my symptoms reduced throughout that. So other than that, at some point I took like Tylenol once or twice. And then after that, nothing was helping. So I was just in my bed, like I couldn't do much. And poor me, I was taking a class at the time. Long story short. What other thing for treatment? I just ate regular food. I stayed at home. I slept a lot, got a lot of rest in. If you're not used to resting, you will rest. Yeah, so basically that was my treatment. My doctor also sent something for me to monitor my oxygen level and a thermometer for my temperature. So yes, that was the experience. And then What I would really recommend to you guys, honestly, we don't know the long-term effect of COVID-19. We don't know what happens to you the long time. So I would highly, highly, highly recommend take care of yourself, take care of the people around you, be safe, guys, because I'm only telling you of relatively mild symptoms that I experienced, and it was really, really hard to endure. Um, I really hope you guys can stay safe. Please be extra careful. Don't go anywhere this holiday season if you don't have to. I know we got Christmas parties laid out. I might go to a Christmas party or two, but wear your mask. I might not go to a Christmas party or two. Well, wear your mask, stay safe, protect yourself, protect your family. Again, my name is Nia. This is the Nia Log. You can start expecting other content from me. I'm gonna be posting a lot of videos, and I'm gonna be getting to know you guys. You guys get to know me. You know it is gone. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.